Good afternoon, everyone. It is a privilege to be part of this launching of two brilliant books, Why Financial Education Alone Does Not Work and The Psychology of Money by best-selling author Rose Fres Fausto. I wish to congratulate Rose for her timely and very relevant contribution to the country's economic and financial literature. These books commendably try to address what I believe are the most pressing economic and social issues of our time. If you ask me, the growing incidence of poverty and widening inequality have been the main drivers of the economic and financial woes our country and the rest of the world are facing today. Poverty and inequality are the silent economic and financial crisis that we all must collectively confront and urgently strive to address. This is why the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has placed financial inclusion at the heart of its advocacies. In 2015, we launched the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion in cooperation with other government agencies to set a strategic map for a unified national financial inclusion landscape. Our policies not only aim to expand financial access, but were also intended to enhance financial literacy and consumer protection. Now, more than ever, this call resounds louder as we continue to grapple with the unprecedented challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Rose responds to this call by bringing the agenda of effective finance and wealth management into the fore of our daily conversations. More importantly, she does this through the simplified lens of rational math and emotional emo. These two very relatable and accessible characters can help Filipinos discern important behavioral aspects of economics and finance, which in turn could help inform our own spending and saving propensities better. After reading through the psychology of money, which I found hard to put down, before finishing all the 16 behavioral economics principles, I came up with a rather interesting score. Rose had warned not to assume that your score would show you a map without going through the book. So I found out that my Emong score was not that low, at more than half my max score. Rose likewise responds and confronts the so-called silent crisis in her book by bravely challenging our existing beliefs and asking the right questions to arrive at certain truths. For instance, in chapter 1 of Why Financial Education Alone Does Not Work, Rose eloquently makes an important distinction between correlation and causality. This discussion, along with all the other intelligent insights in her books, started with the fundamental question: does financial literacy improve financial conditions? My experience in public service taught me that the first important step to a good policy is asking the right question. This can spell the difference between a policy success and a fiasco. Formulating appropriate economic and financial policies relies largely on our ability to correctly identify existing problems and recognize underlying causal relations between variables. This in turn depends on our knack to ask the right questions. The same can be said about our financial choices. Asking the right questions can help us identify any cognitive or emotional biases that can influence our financial decisions. Our awareness of these biases can help us correct our behavior if needed and make sound and important optimal financial decisions. On that note, let me once again congratulate Rose for her remarkable achievement. May you continue to nudge, as your mentor Richard Taylor would say, every Mac and Emong in the country towards financial success. Thank you and enjoy the weekend.